Welcome here at the introduction of the Graduate School of Geosciences. This will be your first day here at the Graduate School. I'd really like to welcome you because we have a special day. It will be all about interdisciplinarity. And why? Well, that will be explained all this morning. Yeah. All right, let's do some physical exercise. It's quite easy. I give a statement, and if you think, yeah, that's me, just stand up. I really like to know why you are doing this. Are you doing it because you want to save the planet Earth? Well, just stand up. I saw some doubt, but yeah. Oh, there, even more. Some people thought, yeah, I just want to do that. That's great. Thank you. Or maybe you just want to become rich and famous, rich. Yes, there in the back there. Yeah. Yeah, that's great. You want to become rich. That's good. Or maybe you just like doing research. You're a real scientist. You just like doing research. Or maybe you're not fit for anything else. You just do this. Yeah. Well, the first talk of this morning, Piet Hoekstra. So Piet, when you're ready.
Well, it's always a great pleasure on this phase of the academic year to see a whole new population, at least a part of the new population, here in Utrecht at our faculty, and I'm very proud to see so many people. We definitely have attractive master programs apparently that you're coming here to Utrecht, and we certainly have something to offer to you. And this Graduate School of Geoscience is actually about solving many problems that we're dealing with in society nowadays, and that you see as a challenge to work on, I suppose. And you will notice that this kind of work is no longer dependent on a single discipline. We have a range of disciplines and they are connected to each other, and that is all brought together within this Graduate School of Geosciences. You have to be proactive, you have to be flexible, entrepreneurial, you have good communication skills, you have to be able to operate in an international and interdisciplinary context. And we try to help you in developing these skills when you are here at Utrecht University. We are a research university, and that means we need top researchers that are able to work in an environment which is interdisciplinary and which is international in that sense. And we bring those people together in this Graduate School of Geosciences. And that's why we also have, in this program, we have a number of people, a number of our top researchers that show the skills that you need for this kind of work, and they will give examples of the interdisciplinary work that's going on within our faculty. Enjoy your stay here at Utrecht, in our faculty, in our Graduate School of Geosciences. I hope you learn a lot, you make a lot of new friends. You can contribute to science, and this is probably, well, looking back, this is one of the best periods of your life, so enjoy it. Good luck.
We quickly go on with our next speaker. Okay, Esther, then the floor is yours.
Deltas are very important for people. They host megacities, they are resources rich, they have a high economic value, and they are comprising unique and often valuable ecosystems. So very valuable, but on the other hand, they are also very vulnerable. And you can imagine if these areas, if they are subsiding further, which is the case, this is illustrated over here, if they are subsiding, and in addition to that, you also have sea level rise, then we get some serious problems. Therefore, we developed the interdisciplinary research program that's called Future Deltas. And the aim of this research program basically is to provide the knowledge to enable future delta life. What disciplines are involved if we really want to tackle this problem of subsidence, or just starting with understanding the drivers? What disciplines do we need? If we're talking about the deep surface, we need geology. If we're talking about a more shallow surface, the quaternary deposits, then we need physical geographical knowledge. But if we look more at the surface, then we're talking about human geography, spatial planning, where do you build your cities, environmental governance is very important, and also environmental sciences. So actually all disciplines involved in this faculty. And what I want to ask you as a kind of thought experiment, and to challenge you a little bit, is what can you, from your discipline, contribute to future deltas? And you all can contribute something. I'm very convinced of that. Thank you.
Martin Heyer, he is doing research in urban futures. The floor is yours.
My conviction is that just telling the story about CO2 reductions and climate change is not going to do the trick. There is another domain which is understudied and crucial to understand, and that's the domain of what I call imaginaries. The idea that we in the university can create the futures that become an aspiration, that people want to move there, that we get out of the discourse of fear and into the discourse of possibility. How do you relate the interests of Shell? You know, some people say, well, Shell's bad. But if you can get that force of Shell, the 5th largest company in the world, to pull in the direction of the energy transition only by a bit, it really helps. But how to navigate? What's the role of an academic in that? We need to study that and think about how to shape these practices.
Floor from the Hills, I'd like you to come to the floor because we have a short interview with you. But I want to ask you to give me some more questions to her. Well, who are you?
So I work as an assistant professor in the Energy and Resources section. My work is on the sustainability of bioenergy. I think we have a lot of discussion about this. There's a lot of, the discussion is kind of black and white now. So some people say...
Well, please be a little bit
Thank you for the compliment. So I am busy tonight because I have to save the world like you have to do after you finishing your masters. The important driver is indeed to feel that you really contribute something. I think really our research really does matter. So the multidisciplinary part is the thing I like, but also what makes it sometimes challenging. Because when you talk with people from your own discipline and you talk about your worldviews and the solutions to come to a more sustainable world, you're more or less on the same line, right? The same line of reasoning. But when you talk to people from other disciplines, they come up with a completely new worldview and they really challenge you to, so is that your worldview? What you think is really straightforward, it may not be that straightforward for other people. That can be challenging when you work in a multidisciplinary environment. Well, I think everyone within geosciences works really hard to make very good master programs. But in the end, it's you. You have to master, you have to manage your master. So don't just eat what's being fed to you. Be sure that you are proactive, and I think Pete already explained it very well. It's up to you what you make of it. And also make sure that you differentiate yourself from the pack. Be different. So good luck with that. Think what you want and think out of the box. Think in possibilities. Go for it.
Well, thank you, Floor van the Hills. Yes. All right. We need your idea on a piece of paper because we have to lift off all those ideas. So write down, maybe it will be a comment or just a question, how could we do it? Just your conclusion after you're chatting with your neighbor. What would you write down on a paper together with your neighbor? Just put it on a paper and make a paper plane and just hold it above your head. Yes? Great. Is everybody ready? So then we have, of course, a little countdown before liftoff. So I hope you're ready. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, liftoff! Well, thank you. I will get all these ideas together. I really like to thank you all and have good luck the next coming years. Thank you.